Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen. Thank you for joining me for the 10 a.m. Strong and Steady class. For our tools today, we have our folding chair, we have a 6-foot stick, we have a pair of dumbbells or whatever weights that you have there at home, bags of rice, beans, cans of soup, and then I also have a stepping stool that I'm going to use for today's workout. Okay, so let's start with our warm-up. Let's extend our arms out to our sides and start drawing some small circles. Remember to softly bend your knees so you can pay attention to the stillness of your torso. When we lock out our knees, we open ourselves up to some slight wiggling, and I want you to not wiggle at all as you're able. Okay, change directions on those circles. Feel your shoulder blades retracting and releasing. And then one arm at a time, let's get some really big circles, reaching completely forward and back as we're able. Good, okay, switch sides. One or two more circles, and let's go ahead and extend our fingers out and away, and round and open and close. Let's work on getting blood flow into our chest. Good. If you're really paying attention to that crease right in here, you should think about, am I getting a little bit warmer in there? Opening and closing, opening and closing. Good. Okay, now let's start warming up our bottom half. So hands on hips, knees softly bent. We're going to hinge, so melting belly button through sternum toward the ground. Maintaining a nice neutral spine. We shouldn't be rounding in the back. Nice and flat, elbows toward the ceiling. I call that keeping your chicken wings up. Exhale as you descend. Inhale, rise. Good, okay, and then let's add in that knee bend, keeping our weight in our heels, neutral spine as we descend into our body weight squats. Keep those elbows up, nice and parallel to your shoulders as you're able. Engage those lats. We have a nice and busy workout today. I hope you all are ready to do some well-rounded work. Okay, so for our first movement, I'm reaching for my riser. I have a little step stool here, and we're gonna do step-ups, okay? I'm hoping that all of you have a riser that you can comfortably step up to repeatedly, okay? Now, for those of you that find this challenging, I want you to focus on surety of footwork, okay? Planting the heel and coming all the way up, strong and steady, stable core. Now you can add, if that feels very comfortable and even for you, you can add a knee thrust and alternate feet. If that continues to be easy for you, your next step up would be to add dumbbells. You can have your arms at your sides for your dumbbell weight. You can even add in a bicep curl, okay? So that is your highest level of progression here, all right? So I have the benefit of having 2 step stools here at Coco, so I can demonstrate both ways for you, okay? So we're gonna do, as we do, we're gonna do 3 sets of 10, okay? So we're gonna start with step ups. Now the next one we're gonna do is a horse stance shoulder press. Okay, so a shoulder press, we're trying to clearly contract through our shoulders. Our wrists can face each other, or we can have elbows all the way out with wrists facing outward. Okay, so whatever is comfortable for you and your shoulders. What is a horse stance? A horse stance is really wide knees, and we sit down and stay in this position nice and stable, okay? We aren't gonna rise up and down. We're just gonna stay in this horse stance. The next one is going to be our oblique crunches in a standing position. Okay, so similar to last time, this is where you may use either your chair or your stick, hand behind ear, and we're crunching through our obliques, drawing elbow to knee, knee to elbow. So we'll do one side, then the other. Okay, so that's our first circuit. So I'm gonna set the chair here to my side so I can pull it in when I get to those oblique crunches. If you don't need the chair, you have your stick, remember? Okay, so we're gonna do 10 step-ups and then go into our horse stance for our shoulder press, okay? Ready, steady, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't know if you remembered last time I talked about Wile E. Coyote here, how he always goes and makes a imprint in a boulder or the ground when he falls. That's your visualization. You want to maintain a shadow that you work in. Okay, nice job. Now we're gonna get into our horse stance shoulder press. So knees nice and wide, sink into those open thighs, okay? Shoulder press. 1 and 2, 3, and you don't want to be moving here at all. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, lower those weights down with control. Now our oblique crunch. So I have my chair here on the side, left hand by left ear. Contract, oblique. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really try and get that knee up as high as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, other side. Now I'm gonna use the stick just for giggles. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Armpit to hip. Contract. 9 and 10. Nicely done. Okay, back to our step-ups. All right, ready? Now make sure you're alternating feet. Steady and go. 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Engage your core as you rise up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, horse stance. Knees wide. All right, exhale, contract toward the ceiling. Lats extending. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Lower those weights down with control. Come out of your horse stance. All right, oblique crunches. Left hand to left ear, left knee to left elbow. Ready, go. 1, 2, right there. 3, 4, 5, rib to hip. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I want you to really think about not feeling like you're pulling from your neck to get there, but actually pulling from your armpit to get there, okay? So right hand by right ear, right knee to right elbow. Ready? Begin. 1, 2. And if you're using the stick, feel as though you're pushing it through the ground to help maintain a nice posture. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent work. Last round of step ups. Now, even if you don't have hand weights, you can do a bicep curl here, because what you're doing is creating a little bit of instability in your movement pattern. And it's going to force you to really think about, can I engage my core to help me keep my balance better? Okay, ready? Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, go. 1, 2, and exhale before you start your movement. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try and get that knee as high as your belly button. Okay, good. Core stance, knees wide, heels wide, shoulder press, wrists over elbows. Squeeze through those armpits, exhale, press. Try to get your biceps all the way to your ear. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower those weights with control. Rise out of your horse stance. Weights down. Oblique crunch on the left. Ready? Steady. And go. Left knee to left armpit. 2, 3, 4. Now think about where your lats are located. They're actually in your back, below your armpit, under your shoulder blades. Think about this as not just a front side movement, even though we look at ourselves on the front. And 10, switch sides. Feel your back pulling toward the ground. Stay nice and tall. Don't be leaning forward or back, but feel the muscles in your back contracting. 3, 4, 5. Do you see how I'm not leaning forward? 6, 7. This work is being done laterally. 9, and 10. Nice job. Okay, get some water. Now we're going to do lateral step ups. Okay, so what that means is we're going to step over to the side. So I can demonstrate it either way here. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way. So up and over, up and over. I need a bigger step. Up and over. Yep. Now, same thing with the handwork. If you need more, you can add those dumbbells. If you want, you can add a bicep curl or 2, because you are kind of stepping all the way over. All right, I'm going to position it this way so we can see it either direction. You can see me from the front or the side. Then we're going to do our calf raises, okay? So you can use your stick or your chair. We're rising up, holding at the top, and descending. Thinking totally with the back of our lower legs, contracting, lifting your heels up as high off the ground as you can, and then lowering with control. Then we have bird dogs with the chair. Okay. So bird dogs are traditionally done in a tabletop format with hands and knees on the ground. We are going to do it bent over the chair. Okay. Now, What's different about bird dogs is we aren't balancing on 4, we're not balancing on 3, we're actually balancing on 2 limbs, okay? And it's a contralateral movement, meaning opposites, okay? So I'm gonna keep, for demonstration purposes, my left hand down and my right foot down, and I'm going to extend and reach, okay? And as my limbs come together, I want knee to elbow, again, contralaterally. So here it's my right arm extending, right elbow reaching for my left knee, okay? So we'll do one side, then the other. All right, so that's our second round. Is everyone ready? Yay, okay. So let's begin. We have our lateral step ups. Now, if your step isn't big enough for you to plant 2 feet on, it's just big enough for 1 foot. Here's what that, you know what? Let's go ahead and allow for that. We'll do one side, then the other here. Now what that looks like is it's a step and descend. So we're just gonna focus on rising all the way up, strong and stable. We'll do one leg, then the other, okay? So the leg, one leg is not gonna be balanced on the ground. We're gonna step up, engage our core, and then come back down, okay? Does that make sense? All right, so again, you can use the weights or not. Okay, so I'm starting with my right foot on the step, and I'm planting my heel very firmly. My foot is safely on the step, okay? Make sure that the surface of your step is big enough to bear your weight. Don't let your heel extend off or your toe extend off, okay? Have it firmly planted, okay? Ready? We're gonna do 10 on this side, 10 on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drive that heel in through the step. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, switch sides. Okay, ready? Heel, dig that heel in. Squeeze that back butt. 1, 2, 3. Feel your shoulders rising straight up to the ceiling. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, nice job. Now we have our calf raises. So we can use the back of our chair for balance. Okay, ready, steady. Heel to toe. 1, 2, 3. And not only contracting through our calf, but also think about contracting the arch of your foot. Really draw it up as high as you can. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, turn that folding chair around. Now we have our bird dogs on the folding chair. So hands on either side of your folding chair, feet on the ground. You should feel like you're in a nice supported position. Your back should be in a neutral. Your fanning extending toward the opposite wall. Okay, now we are gonna work contralaterally here. So my right hand and left foot are going to extend away, okay? So stabilize, lat to oblique, draw that belly button in, and exhale. 1, elbow to knee, 2, 3. And you can feel like you're rounding your spine as your elbow reaches your knee, and you crunch your belly in. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, now if you can't do that without centering your balance, or if 2 limbs aren't enough stability for you, then stay with the heel extending, okay? And think about drawing your heel to that back wall, contracting hamstring and glute. And also pelvis stability, okay? So I'm gonna do this next side in that fashion so I can coach you through that, okay? So just the heel, for those of you that can extend that left arm, please do so. Okay, exhale, heel back, and I'm still drawing my knee in as high as I can up to my chest, rounding my spine as my belly button drives up and in. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nicely done. Okay, now we're back to our lateral step-ups. Now, I have my dumbbells. I'm gonna add in a hammer curl here as I rise, okay? So just a little bit of extra bicep work, a little bit of extra variation, all right? Right heel down, drive that right heel into the stool. Ready, go. 1 and 2. I did a knee thrust. 3. Feel free to add that if you feel like you're able and can be balanced. 6, 7. Now you are going to feel a lot more intensity here on that single leg that's working because you're not giving it any rest. Okay, let's switch sides now. Left heel on the stool. We're going to drive that heel through the ground. Make sure that foot is well supported. Ready, steady, go. 2. Shoulders rising straight up. Shoulder blades steady in your back. Core nice and tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, as you gaze down, you should find that you're operating in a really small footprint around that stool, okay? Hopefully that is a reflection of how engaged your core is, so you're rising really straight up and down. All right, calf raises. Back to your stool. Ready, steady, go. 1 and 2. Get those heels high off the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you do it without hanging on? 9 and 10. Good. Okay. Turn that chair around back to our bird dogs or hamstring extensions. Okay, you ready? Bent over. All right. Squeeze through your armpits. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Toes are nice and straight. Okay, exhale and reach. 2, heel to the wall. My left heel is extending. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, switching sides. So now my right hand is going to stay down. And my left leg is going to stay down. Okay, ready? All right, right heel to the wall, right arm to the left arm to the wall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, last round of step ups. All right. And this is the last round with our little step stool as well. Okay, so right foot is planted. Add the knee thrust or not. Ready, steady, go. 1, 2, we're really working on isolating that right leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep that belly nice and tight. 9, and 10. Okay, look down at your feet, make sure, again, that you're operating in a pretty small footprint around your stool. Okay, left heel's on the stool, left foot on the stool. I've got my dumbbells. I'm gonna do a hammer curl, but I don't need to. The most important thing is that I operate smoothly and stably, hips and shoulders coming up as one unit. Okay, ready, steady, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I know I always do sets of 10. And if you feel like, gosh, sometimes I can do 10 and sometimes I can't, well, then just pick a different number. Pick 8 and stick with it. Okay, calf raises. There's no judgment. All right, calf raises. Feet underneath hips. All right, now, this is our third set, so we might throw some one-legged work in here, okay? So let's get in, let's call it 6 before we go one-legged. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we're gonna lift our left leg up like a flamingo, nice right angle. So we're gonna do 2 on the right leg only. 1 and 2, good. Left leg down, right leg up. Hold the weight of that leg in your right hamstring. 1 and 2, good. All right, now our last set of bird dogs, folks. Hamstrings, core, shoulders, and chest. Ready, steady, nice and square, and go. 1, 2, extend that heel to the wall. 4, bring that knee into the chest. You can round the spine as you crunch. 9 and 10. Good. All right, other side. Find your nice parallel lines. All right, now we're gonna go with right hand down, left foot down. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuck that knee to the chest. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good work. Okay, circuit 2 down. Okay, now we're on to circuit 3. Okay, so we have a new movement today called over, over, under, unders. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my stick, and all of you may want to grab your stick, okay? So over, over, that is gonna be one leg, then the other leg. And you're going to imagine that you're trying to lift your entire leg up and over a big rock, okay? So up and up, okay? So it's a lot of hip mobility. You wanna stay as still as you can in your torso as you lift and round up and over this rock, imaginary rock in front of you. Then you're gonna wanna do a squat and a squat, okay? So for simplification purposes, I just grab my stick, palms up, and I'm gonna squat over one side and over to the other, okay? So you're shifting your body weight as though you're moving under some imaginary broom. Maybe, what was that game? I can't even remember. Where you go under the broom. Anyhow, so that's the first one, over, over, under, under, okay? Then we're gonna do split stance push-ups or push-outs and split stance front raises. So this is gonna be our chest work today. We're not gonna be in boat pose today. We're gonna practice on our split stance, our good split stance, right? And then we're gonna do push-outs, okay? So I grab both of my dumbbells and I'm gonna push out. All right, and then after that, I'm gonna change my split stance and I'm gonna do front raises. So the split stance work is all about balance, right? Okay, so keep your core engaged, keep your feet flat on the ground, weight evenly distributed. Okay, and then sumo squat with a tricep extension. So here we are back with toes out, knees out, arms overhead, elbows bent. We're gonna squat and raise, squat and raise. Okay, you guys got it? All right, so I'm gonna set the dumbbells down for the moment and we're gonna do our over, over, under, unders. Now this is a pretty challenging movement. So for the over, over, under, unders, we're gonna do 8, okay? Because I know it's a lot of work. All right, and we have a lot of work yet to come, okay? So I want you guys to feel successful here, okay? So let's try this new movement, ready? So my right leg's gonna go over, and we start crossing and out, and then under, and then under. Plant. Now it's in my right hand. I'm gonna bring my left knee over to my left shoulder and bring it out. In and out, and then under and under, okay? Then it's in my left hand, right knee out, right leg out, crossing the body, under and under, over, over, under and under, over, you guys got it? Over, under and under, over, over, under and under. One more on each side, over and over, under and under. Last one, over, over, under and under. Okay, good. Now split stance, push outs. Now, I'm going to, it doesn't matter which one we start with first. I'm gonna step forward with my left foot, right foot back. I'm on the train track in line with my hips. Weight evenly distributed, left knee slightly bent, right leg straight, shoulders down. Exhale as I push out, inhale, return. 4, and I'm squeezing through my chest and my lats. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now I'm gonna switch my legs and now I'm gonna do front raises. So if these weights are too cumbersome to hold on with one hand, you can hold on to them with 2 hands. Okay, let's go ahead. Now we have our split stance, right knee forward, left leg back and straight. 1, 2, nice and slow, coming down. 3, 4, staying nice and still. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Sumo squat. Toes out, heels in. Weights up overhead. Bent at the elbows. Imagine they're tethered together. Now sink into your squat and rise, extending fingertips to the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you finish tall, your arms should be straight, bicep to ear. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, set the weights down. Back to our over, over, unders. Now I'm starting with the stick in my left hand. My right leg is gonna start first, crossing in front and arcing out to plant on the outside of my body. Okay, ready? Over, switch hands, over, grasp with 2, under and under. Over, over, grasp that stick with 2, under and under. Plant, over, switch hands, over, grasp with 2, under and under. over, over, under, and under. Over, over, under, and under. Last one, over, over, under, and under. Good, okay. Now we're back to our split stance work. Okay, left leg forward, right leg back. Right leg is straight. I'm squeezing my butt. Left leg is bent. Weight is even. Okay, I've got all my soles, the total soles of my feet on the ground. Okay, you can grasp with two or with one, but we're just gonna extend and return. Nice and still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there's very little movement going on there, folks. This is all about balancing in our split stance. Okay, think wide, big feet buried into the ground. Okay, front raises. 1, 2, 3, nice and slow, coming down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, okay. Last one, sumo squat with the tricep extension. So heels in, toes out, arms overhead, sink and extend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great. Last round here, over, over, under, unders. Okay, I hope you guys are getting the hang of this. I'm sneaking in some squat work here, but we're working on core and hip mobility. Okay, so stick is in my right hand. Ready, over, over, under, and under, over, over, under, and under, over, over. This is 3, under, and under, 4, over, under, and under, 5, under, and under, 6, you're almost done with this one. I know it's going to become a crowd favorite. Over, over, under, and under. Last one. Over, over, under, and under. Okay, nice job. Now remember, that one you'll get better at over time, okay? Hip mobility improves the more you do it. You get stronger, it'll get better. So the size of your rock is just gonna get bigger, that you're swooping your leg up and over, okay? Back to our split stance. All right, front knee bent, back leg straight, engaging through those glutes. Dumbbells in front of your chest and extend. 3, and don't let your shoulders rise up here. Stay loose in the neck, turn your head from side to side. 8, 9, and 10. Good, switch legs. All right, front knee is bent, that's my right leg. Toes are straight, left leg back, squeezing my butt. Raise. 2, with control. 3, trying to stay as still as you can. Deepening your belly button, zipping your rib cage. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Sumo squats, heels in, toes out, knees wider than your hips. Arms overhead. Okay, sink into your squats, dumbbells drop, and 1, 2. Reach for the ceiling as you rise. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, nicely done. Okay, so our next round is lunges, okay? We haven't done lunges in a couple of, since our first workout, I think, and lunges are so important that we're able to do these. Now, another name for lunge is a half kneel. So 1 knee down, 1 heel up. Now's a good time to get a pillow if you need a pillow for your knee. All right. I have a chair and I'm also going to use a stick. Okay. And I'm not going to lean on the stick. I'm going to use the stick to help me fire up my core. Okay. So from the side here, I have my right foot out and I'm going to come down onto my left knee and it should be right under my hip, my foot into the ground. I'm going to use this stick to help me fire up my lata oblique on this side. I'm engaging my core and my glute and I'm going to come straight up and I'm going to stay in this position. We're going to do 6 on each leg. Okay. So we'll be up and down 6 times. Then we're going to use our chair and we're going to do plank. And we're going to try and do plank for a 20 count. And then we're going to do reverse plank also for a 20 count. Okay. So we have our chair close by. We have our stick. Let's get going into our lunges. Okay. So my right foot is forward. My left foot is back. It's almost like I'm in my split stance. Hint, hint. Okay. My chair is right next to my right armpit and the stick is in my left hand. Okay, let's go ahead and settle down into our half kneel. Okay, this is our starting position. I want us always to pause at the ground before we come up, so we make sure we're using our glute. We make sure our core is engaged, so we're getting power out of this backside and not driving everything into our knee. Okay, ready? We're going for 6 of these. As we exhale, drive into your stick to engage your lats, engage your core. Exhale, squeeze your butt and rise. 1, 2, start your exhale. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Okay, let's switch sides. All right, now the stick is in my right hand. The chair is on my left. My hand's gonna be comfortably under my armpit on the chair. Left leg forward, right leg back. Here I am in my working split stance. We just went over this. You should feel good about it. Okay, lowering to the ground with control, finding your pillow in your half kneel. All right, now, engage your core, squeeze that back butt, those toes should be in the ground, helping you to fire up that backside. Okay, ready? Exhale. 1, 2, starting your exhale before you rise. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nicely done. Okay, now we're gonna do plank. Okay, so with the chair, similar to what we were doing when we did these bird dogs, except we're just gonna extend out a little further. Okay, so line up your shoulders over your hands, wrists under armpits. Extend those legs, straight a body as you can, load your armpits, and we're holding here for 20. Nice and easy. Make sure your legs are not kissing together, okay? We wanna think about using our inner thighs to help stabilize our pelvis. Good work. We have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring those knees in. Now we get to sit. Okay, but now we're gonna do a reverse plank. So a plank is obviously good for our core and our chest and our back. This is gonna be more directly good for our back and our obliques. So I'm seated at the edge of the chair and I have my hands underneath my armpits. I'm gonna lift my heart to the ceiling and take my gaze up. And then I'm gonna push my fanny off of the chair, okay? And as you're able, if you want more challenge, you can extend your legs out a little further. Okay, time starts now. Breathe nice and easy, long exhales. Think about heavy belly and rib cage closing. If you need a break in here, go ahead and take it, but I'm gonna go through 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm dragging my feet back in, taking my rump back to the chair. Great work. Okay, back to those lunges. Using my folding chair, using my stick. Okay, stick is in my left hand. Right foot forward, right hand on the back of the chair. Down into my half kneel with control. Okay, now squeeze that butt. Make sure he or she knows that she's there to work. Okay, so my right heel is heavy. In fact, my toes are not gonna dig into the ground at all because I want to really drive through the backside of my leg and not drive too much into my knee, okay? Exhale. Exhale and go. 1, 2, and I'm not pushing off the chair. It's just there to steady me. 4, 5, 6. All right, good work. Switch sides. A half kneel, a lunge is a fundamental movement to help us stay strong and get off the ground, okay? So it's important that we continue to develop this skill. All right, left foot forward, softly bent knee, right leg back. I'm gonna lower to the ground with control. Okay, checking in with my body. All right, stick is at an angle where I can fire it into the ground to leverage my lateral side of my core. Exhale and go. 1, 2, squeeze that back butt. 4, 5, and 6. Good. Okay, nice job. Back to our planks. Okay. Right angle, right over the chair. Shoulders are right over the wrists. Now walk those feet back. Load your armpits, not your neck. Count of 20 starting now. Strong from your lats all the way through your obliques to your pelvis. Engage those inner thighs to help support. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, walk your feet in. Good work. And now flip sides, fanny on the chair. Wrists right under your shoulders. Walk your feet out, lift your fanny, lift your heart, go. Now I have a knees bent position here. This works just fine. I'm not letting my neck get all contracted and shortened. I'm pushing my heart up to the ceiling, and I've got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bringing my fanny back to the chair. Great. One last round of this set, and then we're on to our seated work. Just a little bit of core and our little bit of shoulder work. Okay. Right lunges now. Right leg forward. Good. Stick is in my left hand. My chair is there to support me. All right. Exhale and fire that left glute. 1. Strong core rising straight up in that shadow. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, switch sides. All right, I hope those lunges are becoming a little bit easier, a little bit more fluid in your movement. Okay, lowering onto that right knee with control. Okay, using that stick to help fire up that right side, squeeze that right butt. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nicely done. Okay, last round of plank and reverse plank. Bend over your chair, shoulders over wrists, walk yourself back, and time. Let's go, 20 seconds. Now think a nice neutral spine. Don't collapse between your shoulder blades. Stay a little bit broad and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Walk those feet in. Return to your fanny and reverse plank. Walk those heels out a little bit. Your toes shouldn't be on the ground. Okay. Press and lift your fanny. Lengthen to a neutral spine as you're able. Lengthen your legs as you're able. Now, don't let your shoulders walk away from being stacked on top of your wrists, okay? Keep a nice angle, shoulders over wrists. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the feet back in. Good work. Get some water. We're on our last set here on our core work. We're gonna do 2 sets of 10 for everything. Now, what we're gonna do next, we are gonna do our torso twists. We're gonna go over another option, which is adding in a dumbbell, so it'll be more like a Russian twist, and I'll walk you through that. That's a common oblique exercise term that's usually seated on the ground, but we can do it in a chair. We're gonna start with seated knee raises, okay? So we are gonna sit not in boat pose, but a nice upright position, okay? So I'm on my sit bones, and I'm gonna have my hands underneath my shoulders and squeezing through my lats. My heart's a little bit lifted. One leg is gonna become and my knees are bent, by the way. Okay, change my positioning here for you. Okay, so my knees are bent and they're parallel to my hips, and my heels are on the ground, but my toes are lifted and I'm seated nice and tall. So I'm gonna press through the ground with my left heel. And I'm gonna contract through my core, and my left knee or my right knee is gonna float up off the ground. And I'm gonna imagine that I'm pulling my knee up off the ground by contracting through my core, okay? So my leg's just floating up, okay? So we'll do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other, okay? So legs are bent in parallel with hips. Heavy left heel, left knee, right knee floats. 2, 3, starting your exhale, draw in your core. 5, keep a neutral spine, don't round. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, okay. If you're like me, you probably did a lot of that work from your hip flexors. I want you to think about doing a little bit more of it from your core. So push that tension up your torso just a little bit. Visualize the contraction happening in here, okay? Left leg's gonna float, right leg's heavy. Ready, steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, back to the front. Now, we're gonna have that same positioning with our legs in these torso twists, modified Russian twists. Okay, I'm grabbing my dumbbell and I'm twisting, and I'm loading this weight into my core. So I'm gonna keep my elbows in to my rib cage, and I'm just gonna have this extra weight loaded, okay? So we're gonna twist for 10. Heels down, toes up. Ready, steady, and go. 1, 2, 3. And think about, relate to that twisting through the rib cage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, come back to center. Set that dumbbell down. Let's do our leg raises again. Now, this principle that I'm trying to teach you is a little bit, well, it's actually a lot of principles of Pilates, okay? So trying to engage our core, and every movement that we do comes off of a stable core, all right? So if you can't wrap your head around it in the beginning, be forgiving, okay? Just keep after it. All right, so wrists under armpits, lifting my heart to the ceiling, my shoulders are back. Heavy left heel, right leg floats. 1. And I'm contracting through my core to draw my leg up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, let's switch legs. Okay, shake it out. Heavy right heel. Exhale, and left knee floats. 2, 3, contract through that belly, sink. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nicely done. Okay, reach for that dumbbell. We're doing these modified seated Russian twists. All right, grabbing the dumbbell by the ears, elbows in under the shoulders, feet on the ground, toes light, knees in parallel. Exhale and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, nicely done. Okay, now you can sit a little deeper in your chair. Find your sit bones though, when we're gonna go right into our seated door handles. So take a nice inhale and exhale. All right, extend your fingers away from your arms. Nice and parallel to your shoulders. Left thumb up, right thumb down. All right, let's start turning those door handles. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine that you're turning the handles just a little more every time. 7, 8. Keep it out of your neck. 9, and 10. Good. Palms down, bend at the elbows, fingertips to me, elbows extended out. Okay. Now we're going to do scarecrow arms down. Okay, ready? Internally rotate and return. 2, 3, 4, 5. Try and get your hands underneath your elbows. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Return to parallel, scarecrow arms up. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. One more set and we are done. Okay, you ready? Shrug those shoulders a little bit. Circle around, forward and back. I can really feel my upper traps now. Those muscles right here below my neck, but in my back above my shoulder blades, they are really getting active. A lot of good blood flow. Okay, extend those arms. Palms to me, right, left thumb up, right thumb down. Close the hands over the door handle. Exhale as you rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, palms down, bend at the elbows to nice right angles. All right, you got it. Okay, fingers down, scarecrow arms down. 1 and 2, 3, 4. You got it. I know your upper traps are feeling it, but you can finish. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, scarecrow arms up. 1, 2, externally rotate. 4, 5, 6, 7. Try and get those hands above the elbows. 9 and 10. Okay, bring those arms back down. Whoa, good job. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and swing my arms just gently in front of me. That was a good body weight workout for those shoulder muscles and upper back. Especially after all those planks. Did you guys notice that? It kind of is a little bit intentional that I designed it that way, because with our planks and reverse planks, we use a lot of the same muscles. So if you feel just a little bit more fatigued today than the last couple of classes, that's why. It's going to make those areas stronger because we worked them a little harder. Okay, let's go ahead and extend our arms up over our shoulders. Left hand grasping right wrist, open through the right side of your body. And return to center, release. Right hand on left wrist, open that left side of your body. Good, return to center. Now I'm gonna have you stand up and we're gonna use our chair just to stretch a little, okay? So we're gonna take this split stance position again, all right? So left foot forward, right leg back, and we're gonna drive that right heel into the ground. I have a really nice open stance. My left knee is bent and I'm focusing on just lengthening through that right calf first. And the chair is here to help keep me stable. Now I'm gonna bend that right knee and I'm gonna straighten the left one, and I'm gonna hinge forward to get after that left hamstring. So I'm hinging, I'm using the chair to support me. If you can do this without the chair in that split stance, that's great. And then I'm gonna come forward. I'm gonna stand on my left leg. My right hand is gonna reach down for my right ankle. And I'm gonna stretch through my right quad. Good. Now right foot comes down, left foot steps back. Right knee is bent, left leg is long, driving that left heel into the mat, stretching through that left calf muscles. Those left calf muscles. Nice and relaxed in the neck, not gripping in the jaw. Okay, now I'm gonna slightly bend that left knee, straighten that right, and then hinge forward. I can lift my right toes off the ground if I want, but I'm thinking about lengthening through my hamstrings and glutes on that right leg now. Good. Okay, step forward, balance your weight on your right leg. Left hand reaches down for left ankle. And now we're stretching through that left quad. All right, folks, great class today. Continue to reach out to me if you have any questions. Our next class will be Tuesday next week, 10 a.m. So if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.